Today we're going to talk with Ra'Shede Hagement, defensive lineman with the Minnesota Gophers. We're very pleased he's going to be here, and we hope you enjoy our visit with him. Ra'Shede, welcome.
How you guys doing? It's a pleasure to be here.
We're really happy to have a gopher, a giant gopher here visiting us, as the paper called you. How do you feel about being in Willmar?
I mean, it's different. Just anytime you get a chance to get out of the city and obviously come here. Come to a place that's so peaceful is definitely a blessing. So I'm very blessed to be here.
Well, we're really happy to have you here. It's not often that we get a member of the Golden Gopher football team to come to Willmar. So tell us a little bit about your upcoming year and what you hope to have happen. How you think things will go for you and the Gophers.
Last year, I put up some nice stats or whatever, so I'm definitely trying to kind of compete with myself and try to do the same thing, or at least get as many sacks as I can this year. And so right now I'm just kind of getting in the groove. We just got out of spring ball, and now now that school's over, I have more freedom to watch film by myself and kind of critique my game, and just kind of get ready for the upcoming season because it's my last season.
So how about if we back up just a little bit? Tell us what position do you play and what year you are in college, okay?
I am a fifth-year senior, and I play defensive tackle.
Have you spent your whole career playing defensive tackle? I think in high school you played a different position too, didn't you?
Yeah, in high school I was an All-American tight end, and I got recruited by several schools to come and play with them, but I chose Minnesota. And so as soon as I got on campus, I was a tight end, but then my size had got too big because I was constantly lifting and eating, and so I developed, a lot more strength and depth. Just in my size, and so I kind of moved to the defensive side and kind of got comfortable playing D end and D tackle. So that's where I am. This is my third year playing defensive tackle.
So is there a Rose Bowl on the horizon this year? Or?
I don't like to, say things. I don't really want to jinx myself or the team. We're gonna take it one day, one step at a time, and one game at a time.
Who's going to be your toughest game this year?
Pretty much everybody. Because obviously all teams aren't going to, lay down. Obviously their main objective is to win. Just obviously win a game. So I feel like every game is going to be competitive, especially now that, my name's getting out there. I'm definitely going to get more double teams and definitely get more attention. But I feel like the number one team I'm, excited to play against is Wisconsin, just because the rivalry and, the game trophy we have. It's always been, an obsession of mine to, beat Wisconsin and get the axe back. So,
when you were a young boy of fifth grade, Did you think you'd be able to play for the Gophers back then, or did you dream about playing for the Gophers at that age?
Well, when I was younger, obviously, my dreams were to become, a professional sports player. It didn't really matter what it was. I didn't really know it was going to be football or whatever. So, I just kind of kept focused and just kept on playing sports and just, staying out of trouble. But in fifth grade, if you would have told me that I would have been playing for the Gophers, I would have thought you were, goofy or silly or whatever.
we've got fifth grade kids who you've probably talked to here today. What do you tell those kids? Because they look up to you as a role model and a potential hero. And what do you tell them?
I mean, just the fact that I got to come visit the fifth graders was just amazing opportunity for me. But I mean, I kind of just focused in on them of just it's okay to be different, and it's okay to believe in yourself, and obviously doing something you love to do. And if you really want that goal, you have to work hard at it.
Did the academics come easy for you, or was it a kind of a hard road for you?
I mean, in high school, it was just easy because you had to, have a 2.0 GPA in order to play. But coming from the city high school and then going to like the college environment, it was a lot more harder, and it was just a lot more focused on school, and you had to be an all-around student athlete. And I mean, just me kind of getting used to the whole school thing was kind of a challenge for me. But I mean, I just kept on grinding, and I mean, used all my sources accordingly. I mean, if that was me, asking for help in study hall or talking to the teacher or the professor after class. I mean, because it's okay to, to ask questions or whatever. It doesn't mean you're stupid. So I definitely took advantage of, using my sources and able to keep eligible to play.
So are you on track to graduate?
I graduate next week, so I'm pretty excited that school's almost over. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I can just focus on, my athletic craft and just keep on grinding for football. So I'm definitely excited to graduate. I will be the first in my family to graduate college as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
How's your mom feel? How do your parents and your family feel about that? They have to be awfully proud.
I mean, they're definitely amazed that I've came so far and I've grown to a mature adult. And so the fact that I'm on the way of graduating is just another stepping stone. And they've been with me, they've been supporting me. So I mean, they definitely look forward to this moment.
Is there a lot of excitement in the Gopher camp? Is football is going to get started here pretty quick? It's a ways away, but you're just coming off spring practice.
Yeah, just as a team, we're definitely excited because we have more confidence, and in just how we play. And then the spring game just passed, so we got more repetitions in the play or whatever. So just the simple fact that, we have some more workouts, and then we start camp. The goals are right there. We just have to keep on grinding and just stay out of trouble. But the Gopher fans are, probably, excited to watch us play because, every year is a new year, so we definitely need to set, a new statement this year. So I'm looking forward to it.
How do you like playing for Coach Kill? As somebody just watching from the outside, he looks like a pretty good guy, but how do you like playing for him?
It's different because I've never had a coach like him, probably since high school, just somebody who's always on you and who cares about you, but, can kind of get in you. Kind of get into your behind just because he wants you to do better. But it's definitely been a great ride just because he's always supports, because he's obviously supports his athletes. And just being with Coach Kill, he's kind of brought the better out of you. Even though he may yell at you or whatnot, he's definitely a good coach overall.
As you were driving into Willmar, what did you think of? What were you thinking about when you came to Willmar? Besides the fact that Mr. Goggle had begged you to come here.
Just the fact that I get to come out here and speak to kids, it's just a great opportunity. But just coming here for Willmar was a long drive, and there was a lot of farms and cows or whatever. But that's in Minnesota, so I expected that. But just the fact that I'm out here doing something positive and kind of giving back to the children is always a great opportunity. So
Mr. Goggle tells us that he was one of the toughest coaches that you probably ever had. Was that the truth?
You probably didn't want to fight with him. I'll leave it to that. He's a good coach, but like coaches have their days where when kids don't act right, you have to do what you can to get them to lock in. But I mean, like I said, I was on the offensive side a lot, so me and him never bumped heads, and that was good. So,
what do you think the future holds for you? NFL at all, or are you being? I don't know that they can contact you, but are you thinking the potential of going up to the next step?
I mean, that's everybody's goal who plays football, is to try to get to the NFL and try to be on TV. But, you know, as of right now, I'm just trying to take it a day at a time. I don't like to think ahead, and I don't really want to get, like, you know, too cocky or whatever. I just kind of stay humble and just focus on the small things right now. In order to get me to that goal, I have to keep on eating right and keep on taking care of my body and keep on conditioning and just stay focused and kind of compete with myself, because that's what I think is going to what it's going to take for me to establish a spot in the league next year.
Well, the biggest thing is you don't want to get injured, right?
Most definitely. You got to take care of your body. The best way to prevent injury is liftings.
Ra'Shede, what's it like to play at TCF? How was it to be part of opening a new stadium?
Well, I mean, it's an amazing atmosphere. The fact that football is back on campus gets the alumni and the students, something to do. And the fact that, like, it's back on campus, I feel like it's, just a pretty exciting vibe, especially, night games or whatever, where, like, the fans come out and the student section is totally packed, and just the environment of the band and the cheerleaders there gives you goosebumps. So I definitely feel like TCF being on campus was definitely a plus for me to commit here and play.
What would you tell a young athlete who's working and striving to get better? What kind of recommendations would you give them?
Man, that you got to be obsessed of what you want to do. Like, if you want to play football, you have to be obsessed to take care of your body and lifting, but most importantly, you have to be obsessed with your schoolwork, because it all starts with your schoolwork. And I know, teens have heard that from their parents and their teachers, and I've heard it from my parents and my teachers several times, but I mean, they're right. And I mean, it's just the fact that in order to play sports, you have to, take care of your education, and that's by far the most important thing. But just you have to be obsessed with your work ethic. I mean, just your work ethic. So I feel like, I mean, if anybody wants to play sports at a Division I level, you have to put your body like top priority in order for you to perform. You
come from a big family, Ra'Shede?
Yeah, I do. I have 4 brothers and 1 sister. So.
As you look back at playing at Washburn, I saw you play one time. You were a man among boys. That ball game. Did you have that feeling once in a while when you were in high school that I mean, you were just, it was you and kind of everybody else? That had to be kind of a good feeling?
Well, I mean, in high school, I obviously had my growth spurt when I was a freshman in high school. So, like, I feel like I had the body, but not mentally, like the mindset of being dominant. So it took me about to my junior year to understand that I'm tall and I'm strong and I can dominate these players and kind of just kind of show off my craft a lot. But just me being tall. I mean, I've been like this since 7th grade. I mean, my first dunk with the basketball was in 7th grade. So I feel like, I've always known I had the size. It was just the fact that I had to just just build up the mental part of me being a dominant football player overall.
You also played other sports in high school, didn't you? What other sports did you play?
I played a lot of basketball. I feel like basketball was my first love. I played traveling basketball in the summer, and I went to basketball camps in the summer as well. And I was definitely skinny and more athletic than I am now to jump out the gym, 360 windmill, you name it, I could do it. But I had started building an appetite for food, I guess, and I kind of got a little bit too big, and I felt like the refs in basketball were always giving me 5 fouls because they didn't like me. That was just my excuse, but I had to cross over to football because it was just more. I was kind of just good at it. Just physically good at it. So I feel like football was something that I would like to pursue in.
So Ra'Shede, what's it like to walk into Penn State or Nebraska, any of the opponents' fields that you get to go play at? It's got to just be an overwhelming kind of emotional feeling as you walk on the field, is it?
Me painting a picture for you to understand your question, the fact that you're in an away game and nobody's like cheering for you and nobody likes you pretty much. You go out and see about 10,000 fans with the opposite color you're wearing and everybody's booing you, is like, it just gives me goosebumps. It's I don't think words can explain just the feeling you get by going to an away game and seeing so many fans like not cheer for you. It kind of sets the picture of like, it's just my team against theirs, and so we have to just stay together in order to win the game. But I've been to so many stadiums, like Iowa by far has I don't want to say like the greatest fans, but they just the atmosphere there is phenomenal. And then you have Wisconsin, our rival, like their student section is just wild. And then
which stadium was the most fun to play at?
Well, other than TCF, definitely like playing in Nebraska because it was just so big. The way the dome is, created, is to like be over you, and you feel like everybody's on top of you, and it's just overwhelming. But you still got to remain focused. Just being on the field and like seeing, audio peripheral that all these Nebraska fans are on top of me kind of makes you even more nervous. So you really got to set in and be focused.
Just out of curiosity, how's your day been? What was the most unusual thing that happened to you as you visited Willmar?
I feel like being in front of just all those students was just something new for me, and I felt like just giving them an experience or just a background of where I came from kind of hopefully opened their eyes and kind of motivated them. I just wanted them to I obviously just wanted them to know that, like people like me do exist or whatever from, different situations. But the weirdest thing that happened today was one of the kids asked me if I have a girlfriend or a six-pack. That was weird. Asked me if I just had a six-pack. So I felt like, but those are typical questions for, kids that age. So I felt like, I would just, keep it real with them and just tell them. I told them I had a girlfriend, but then they got too deep. They wanted to know what her name was, and I was like, man, like, is there, a limit to where these questions go? But it was just all fun and giggles, and I felt like just me being there kind of just enlightened their day, I guess. Because if I was in their shoes and I seen somebody my size come and goof around with me or whatever, and like answer questions and listen to their background, I definitely would feel inspired. Just by their presence, and I felt like that was my main objective.
Ra'Shede, thank you so much for being here today, and thanks for being in Willmar. We'll catch you on TV on Saturday afternoon, okay? And we hope you have a great year.
Thank you. I just want to say thanks for the interview. And I mean, it's my first time at Willmar, but it will not be the last, just because of the vibes and just the good environment. But just thank you for having me here.
Thanks for watching this edition of Cardinal Clips. We hope you enjoyed meeting Ra'Shede Hagement, Minnesota Gopher star. And remember, today's Willmar students can be tomorrow's Minnesota Gophers student athletes. Go Gophers!